Hello everyone. Should you buy iPhone 11 this year? It's been almost a year since the launch of iPhone 11, and are you going to buy it for around $750 this year? I'm talking about the 128GB version here because if you want to use most of the features of this device, you need to have at least 128GB version. Few weeks back on my birthday, I was given a brand new iPhone 11 by my beta half, and I have been using it for a few weeks now. And to tell you frankly, the experience is smooth. So, are you going to buy it this year? Let's get started.
iPhone 11 is the replacement of iPhone XR 2018, and both got more similarities than differences. Same size, same weight, same screen size, same Gorilla Glass front and back, same aluminum frame, same LCD touchscreen, same resolution, and goes on. What are the differences? The first thing is its name. Apple has got rid of the R concept and named this as iPhone 11, which is a standard name, and the name feels more premium. iPhone 11 has 6 new colors: purple, green, yellow, white, black, and red. Some colors are different from 2018's XR. Blue and coral colors are no more. Purple and green have come instead. The colors of iPhone 11 are lighter than its predecessor. Apple has moved its logo. In iPhone 11 series, you can see the logo in the middle of the device. iPhone 11 has two glass finishes, front and back, with a matte glass finish on the camera square. This is opposite to iPhone 11 Pro, with a matte glass finish on the back and a glass finish on the camera square. When talking about battery life, iPhone 11 and iPhone XR are of the same size. However, Apple claims that iPhone 11 has 1 hour battery life more comparing to XR. iPhone XR is having a great battery life, but with A13 Bionic chipset, iPhone 11 performs better. With Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on, you can go up to an average of 30 hours of standby time with around 10 hours of screen on time. The biggest new thing about iPhone 11 is its cameras. In addition to the main camera, Apple has added an ultra-wide camera. You can now enjoy all the awesome features that comes with dual cameras. You can use 4K video with both lenses, and you can switch between lenses as well. Again, you can go ahead and take portrait pictures with any of the objects in addition to faces. It also has a new wider front-facing camera with 12 MP, and you have 4K video recording and slow-mo video features as well. The only thing that is missing from iPhone 11 Pro is the third telephoto camera, but I would say that's not a huge deal. The price of iPhone 11 is reduced recently, and you can go for a 128GB version for around $735, which is around 130,000 Sri Lankan rupees. That's pretty much everything that you need to know about this device. And now the biggest question: should you buy this device in 2020? Most of the people are worrying about the LCD display of this device, but for me, I would say it is not a huge deal at all. I have been using Android devices with QHD screens, and you do not feel a big difference with these screens. And this device has an A+ camera, and it is probably the best mobile camera in the market. And this device has a better battery life as well. So I don't have any issues with recommending this device to anyone. If you have any comments, please use the comment section below. Please subscribe if you like the stuff. See you next week.